Which is weirder to you? The fact that no one has forced us to stop doing this, or the fact that we have actually devoted this much time to talking in your basement at a bunch of microphones?
It's very hot inside my metabolism chamber.
Sushi jackknife. 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 Sushi jackknife.
I'm not thinking, I'm crying. You want to come in hard today? You want to come in hard with a little music? Let's do this. Yeah, some of that New Jack swing, baby. 1988's Bobby Brown.
Was that before or after domestic violence?
That's Chris Brown, right?
No.
Or did Bobby Brown do that too?
Didn't he?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he hit Whitney.
Oh, is that who he was with?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I don't know all this. Okay. He hit Whitney?
I believe so.
That's bullshit, dude. All the Browns are abusing.
Yeah.
This is the lesson here, I think.
What? Had he gone through puberty at this point? Why is his voice so high?
It's hard to tell. His voice is really high. To fall in love, any kind of weather. It's like that. It's like that. The convergence of hip hop and R&B music, the era from like 87 to 92, known as New Jack Swing.
The era that no one is pining for.
Right, no one's pining for that.
No one wants it back.
There was a reunion tour that I saw happened, that existed. So that's interesting. But
of
New Jack Swingers?
Well, that like specific groups.
Yeah, like 2006, I think, or something that they took them.
Do you
back
have
out?
more information?
No, I just know that it occurred.
So the story is there was a reunion at some point of some people.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Well, apparently this Terry Riley guy's producer was like hugely responsible for the sound of that.
Oh, he's a jerk.
Is that also true?
Oh, I just assume so, listening to the music.
Oh, okay. You can assume a lot from listening to that music.
Yeah.
According to some people, I mean, this is the convergence of, singers, R&B singers, and like street beats, somewhere where the rapper and the singer could get together. And that led to like, that you get you're giving a big thumbs down right now. Wow, that was a hard. Oh, wow. What is happening?
The same era.
Yeah.
You got NWA coming out. You got Dr. Dre.
Yeah, no.
Creating wonderful music.
And thank God for
and
that.
then there's that.
I know.
That abomination.
I'm, well, I really like that song, to be honest with you. I was looking at all the New Jack Swing stuff, and I was like, what song? If I had to buy one song, and Every Little Step is the song for me.
Did you buy it?
I bought it, yeah. From the album Don't Be Cruel, which, to be honest, it's kind of an ironic name, isn't it? Don't be cruel.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this, and I'm not looking it up because it's not worth it. I don't care that much.
Right.
Pretty sure there was abuse, definitely drug abuse.
Okay.
With the two.
Okay.
Bobby and Whitney.
Bobby Brown, Whitney Houston.
Yeah. BB, WH.
Ooh.
And then they had a reality show.
There was?
Yeah. What? I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were new to this planet. All of this happened.
What was the reality show?
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Oh, you don't know what it was called?
No.
Oh.
I don't watch reality shows.
This is a Moot conversation, then.
No, it's not Moot.
Moot?
It's not Moot.
Moot is... Isn't that just one of them? That's the most cupcake of a word. Moot.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah. Well, our cupcakes are good things.
No.
I guess it depends on how you define good.
They pump up your blood sugar and make you get fat, and then you get diabetes, you lose your feet, and you die.
But they taste like pink.
Not a flavor.
It's a flavor. Pink is a flavor in cupcake world.
No.
Did you ever play Candyland as a child?
Yes, and let me tell you, my nieces were playing Candyland when we went to go visit them.
Uh-huh.
I didn't realize I had an issue with this, but I do. Have you ever thought about the different areas in Candyland?
Yes.
Very few of them are candy.
Oh, that wasn't the thought that I had. They all
No.
just sounded sort of dangerous and horrific to me.
Well, I mean, all of it's terrible. It's a nightmare of diabetes.
And terrifying. I mean,
Yeah.
it's the grim fairy tale of board games, really.
But you have, like, the gingerbread forest. That's not candy.
No, that's a cookie.
There was something about ice cream that they kept talking about. Ice cream's not a candy.
Yeah. You make an excellent point. Ice cream is not a candy.
There's licorice involved.
Licorice.
So that's candy. It's bad candy, but it's candy.
Oh, licorice is not bad.
Yeah, I'm assuming since it just said licorice, that it's black licorice.
Black, yeah.
And that is terrible.
Black licorice.
I
matters.
associate black licorice with elderly people who have dead taste buds. So they just want something so strongly flavored that they can taste again, just for a brief second.
It was popular with the cigarette generation because everyone's taste buds were coated in tar.
I can't taste anything. Give me that licorice. Oh, that's the stuff.
That's also why the atomic fireball was invented. That tasted like, like a piece of chewing gum to people.
That's a mean candy.
The atomic fireball?
Oh, that's a mean candy.
Real asshole of a candy when
Yeah.
you break it down. It is. Because, go ahead.
If there was one candy that was going to rob you at gunpoint, it would be an atomic fireball. That's how mean atomic fireballs are.
Atomic fireball accompanied by the Sour Patch Kids.
See,
The fireball doesn't speak. Don't
talk to the fireball.
The Sour Patch Kids, that should be a name of an Old West outlaw gang.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. The Apple Dumpling Gang.
Sour
Patch Kids.
Yeah.
Verse.
Oh,
each
no.
other.
The Sour Patch Kids are coming to town. Get the sheriff.
It's Lemony Snicket and Limey the Blimey.
I'm sure there'd be someone in town named Mike and someone else named Ike.
Yeah. Well, they would be sort of the Muppets old guys, hecklers of the whole thing. So cut to them, at the upstairs of the whorehouse.
Of course.
Yeah. Mike and I were grumpy.
The good old
Grunky.
days, back when every town had an outlaw gang and a whorehouse.
I know.
Like
All the amenities.
those were the golden ages of America.
It's true.
That's why we need Trump. Make America great again. Bring back the whorehouses, Mr. Trump.
He's trying.
I'm sure he is.
Yeah.
Sushi Jackknife, by the way.
Oh, right. Welcome to Sushi Jackknife, guys. This is, oddly enough, episode 40. We've made it this far.
With mixed results.
Yeah, definitely. And it's odd because we have made it this far. That's why it's odd. That's why it's odd that it's oddly episode 40.
Which is weirder to you? The fact that no one has forced us to stop doing this, or the fact that we have actually devoted this much time to talking in your basement at a bunch of microphones?
I think probably the second option. And
Is this the longest ongoing project of your life?
oh, that's a good question. No, our band is the longest ongoing project.
Okay, well that barely counts. That barely counts.
Guys, Nathan and I have various musical pursuits. We both write songs and do stuff, and we've been trying to get a band off the ground. Now there's a second band, which is actually doing quite well, I'd say.
It is off the ground.
The first band, Andalusia, has we had a lot of life events happen, and things happen, but we press on.
There have it's been 2-3 years?
Going on 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So going on 3 years and 15 indefinite hiatuses.
It's about right. It sounds right. I'm okay with that number.
Yeah. 15.
15-ish. I mean, but yeah, no, things are going well.
Yeah.
You can look us up on SoundCloud. There's some
do it.
stuff up there. Yeah, SoundCloud.com/Andalusia Nashville.
don't
You
do
could
it.
do that.
Yeah.
Do it.
I mean,
Do it.
You'd have to type.
You would.
You'd have to open up your web browser,
That is a prerequisite of the internet, yeah.
type into the Google search to find it.
I looked up heard something today about the fact that you could visit the first website ever created. And you can just Google first website and it pops up. And I think CERN had a hand in that, the people doing like physics research and stuff,
Is it an exciting website?
No, it's like an 18-point title, and then some hyperlinks and some bullet points, and it's about 2 inches, and it goes, talking about really bad formatting, it's like 2 inches deep, but it's the length of your computer screen, so you're reading across for an insanely long amount of time. You know what I mean? It looks like Hebrew script or something.
Fantastic.
It just goes on and on and on.
And a lot of flashy graphics.
Well, yes. No, this is a white background, black text.
There were a bunch of flashy graphics, but then Kim Kardashian broke the internet again. So she keeps doing that.
She just does.
Yeah.
It's those eyes.
Yeah, I'm sure that's
breaks.
what people are most interested in with Kim Kardashian is her eyes.
What else would they be? The eyes are the window into the soul, Nathan.
Yes, everyone's very interested in Kim Kardashian's soul, Justin.
We're all just souls floating around in these bodies that are our prison cells. I'm joking, of course. I don't believe in anything.
No.
Yeah.
Now I got sad.
That's not sad, just a fact.
I don't believe in anything sounds like the start to some sort of new metal song.
I don't believe in anything.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's going to have a resurgence at some point. We're going to have that to look forward to in our lives.
Some more Korn.
Yeah, well, the two people still alive from Korn, are going to be like, yeah, let's do this some more.
Do you think they spelled Korn with a K because they thought it was cool, or because they're just really stupid?
I think it was a marketing decision, honestly.
By someone who's really stupid and doesn't know how to spell?
Yeah, and their original name, a lot of people don't know this, Korn's original name was Green Beans with a Z.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they were like, guys, green beans are trending down.
Right.
We need another vegetable.
Plus, Limp Bizkit had already stolen the food spelled with a Z thing.
Yes,
so
exactly.
they couldn't do that.
No, they had to turn a letter backwards as well in Korn.
Yeah. And I know, to all you Korn fans out there,
Right.
that Korn existed before Limp Bizkit.
Really?
This is a bit. It's not real life.
We should just fly in the disclaimer every week that we did last week, hey guys, just so you know, this show contains extrapolations and meanderings. And
What we really should do is just at the end of every podcast have a correction section to everything that we've done.
Okay.
So at this point, so far, we do need to correct that we don't really support Donald Trump because of whorehouses.
or at all, but yes.
Well, specifically in this situation for
right,
whorehouses.
Right.
Or long for a time when there were whorehouses. I have spent 0 seconds of my life wishing I could get an STD from a lady of the night. So, whorehouses are a no-go for me.
I got to stop right here even though and say that, whorehouse is really not the term anymore.
Care to...
Pleasure palace. It's a more acceptable term.
Whore cottage?
Well, yeah, it's not so much about the building.
Yeah.
I mean...
Whore structure.
Whore church?
I'm sure there's one of those somewhere in Nevada.
Slutorama? I got one. I got one. Whore-E-Bago?
No.
Oh, that's on wheels. That comes to you. That's the food truck of whorehouses.
That's when you need your prostitute delivered directly to you.
Oh yeah.
So,
no, I also don't support whorehouses.
are you just saying that because your mother and your wife listen to this podcast?
No, I really don't. I don't, and I don't think it's a good idea.
Okay.
Justin for president.
There
Next
we go.
time it's available.
Next time there is a presidential election, you're going to run on the grounds of, I don't think prostitution's a great idea.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be a favorite son candidate of Tennessee.
Right.
That's how I'll do it.
How do you feel about foreign diplomacy? Well, I don't think prostitution's a great idea.
No.
I'm glad you asked.
Yeah. So we will be ending diplomatic relations with the Netherlands.
Right.
Yeah.
I am not fond of prostitution.
No. Everything else, yeah.
By the way, inevitably, if a politician took that stance, they would be busted with a prostitute during their term.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Or even the election cycle.
Yeah.
You know.
It would happen.
Yeah. Wolf
And
Blitzer.
they'd be Republican, odds are.
Of course.
So.
Please. Yeah, Wolf Blitzer opens the door to the tour bus, and you know, Hillary's just getting it down with. Oh wait, she's a Democrat.
No, she wouldn't do that.
You don't think Hillary would do that?
No.
Oh yeah, you're right. She makes all of her decisions based on polls.
Yeah. If the people told her that they would support her more if she was, for prostitution, she'd be there.
Yeah.
Bernie Sanders, there's no telling. There's no telling what he'd be thinking about.
I don't think Bernie has even ever thought about sex.
Mm-mm.
You know,
Bernie, that guy.
Bernie.
He's going on I saw this the other day, a nationwide tour.
Okay.
I don't know why this is relevant. I just find it amusing to historically black colleges.
Oh,
knowing that he is a 75-year-old white man.
Right. Who remembers segregation and Jim Crow?
75 might not be correct, but it's close.
Right.
Going on a tour to historically black colleges on his Feel the Burn tour, BERN, like what? Bernie Sanders.
Oh, feel the burn.
So,
he just got my vote. That's
Bernie
the most
for
clever.
president.
Yeah, feel the burn. Mm-hmm. There's someone on my Facebook feed who is an avid Bernie supporter and has been for about a year. Mm-hmm. And I haven't removed them from the feed yet. Because I just find him a little entertaining, because he's the other side of things.
Right.
You know, the right is really, really good at being loud and obnoxious.
That is their forte.
That's their forte. This guy is showing me how the left can also be that. So he's balancing the scales in my world.
The good news for him is if it's been a year, that means he's like the cool guy who knew about Bernie Sanders before anyone else knew about Bernie Sanders.
Totally.
He was there before the Rolling Stone article.
He was.
He's been there the whole time.
The whole time.
It's like that person who saw the Beatles play in Germany.
Right.
And then he's like, no, I've known about these guys forever. Stop acting like it's a big deal.
I knew them when they were an Oompa band.
I heard them pre-Ringo.
Oh, yeah.
Pre-Ringo.
That is actually kind of cool. Mm-hmm. Imagine being able to hear the Beatles with a different drummer. That would be interesting.
Okay. You pick one drummer for the Beatles.
Okay.
Past, present, doesn't matter.
Alive or dead, doesn't matter.
Any drummer.
Besides Ringo?
Besides Ringo.
Can I state at the beginning of this that I love Ringo?
No.
Okay, I love Ringo.
No, I said no.
Oh, okay.
Any drummer from any band, past or present.
It's tough because you don't want somebody who overplays. Mm-hmm. So you don't want like a Keith Moon from The Who in there, because he's just gonna because there's so much going on melodically with the Beatles that you just kind of need the drums out of the way a lot of the time.
So you're thinking Meg White too?
You know, She's not a terrible choice, actually.
It wouldn't be the worst.
It would not be the worst, and people give her a hard time, but I think she helped. I think she helped Jack.
Yeah,
rein it in a little bit.
She did. She's a terrible drummer. She's awful. She's like me playing the drums, and I would be a terrible drummer.
I don't know about all that.
I could play her drum beats.
Yeah.
That means that they're not good.
I don't know if it means that. Who would I put in that spot? Someone who could do like a jazzy thing might be cool, but that's probably just because I like jazz. Maybe, and I don't remember his name right now, maybe the guy who played drums for The Doors, because he was pretty versatile. He is a little jazzy, so I like him for that. But he could also play like a blues. He could play like a straight up pop song or rock song.
Yeah.
He's very versatile.
I think the correct answer, and we can all agree on this, is Tommy Lee from Motley Crue.
Oh, yeah, that's obviously the choice. I thought about John Bonham for half a second.
Right.
Sorry. I thought about John Bonham, but John Bonham's just too loud. He's too loud.
Well, that's why you want Tommy Lee. He's known for his subtlety.
That's right. Yeah. I mean...
Motley Crue was the most subtle band in history.
Basically a lounge band. They played Girl from Ipanema all the time.
And that was actually their go-to cover.
Yeah.
I would pay so much money to hear a Motley Crue cover.
The Girl from Ipanema. and instead of the saxophone coming in, Nikki Sixx plays the sax part on bass. Oh my god, that'd be awesome.
Man, that is a band that I am happy I have not listened more to.
The Girl from Ipanema. I don't know, just imagining in my head.
Lately I've become, it's been like the last year. I've become a connoisseur of classic rock radio because in Nashville they have a good station that they'll throw out Pink Floyd quite a bit. Good stuff.
We've talked about this a little. Yeah.
However, it's like for every good song that a classic rock station plays, they have to meet a quota of one bad song.
Yes.
So it's always like, Pink Floyd, some great Pink Floyd song, followed by a Journey song.
It's a trade-off. Yeah, you're right. It's always a trade-off.
It's you'll have Wish You Were Here, and then you'll have out of nowhere just Styx.
Yeah.
The band Styx starts playing.
Styx. Oof.
Yeah. I don't understand where it's written in their contract that they can't just play all good music, but it's definitely written somewhere.
I know. I feel like the statute of limitations is up because, this era has passed us by.
And I know I've talked about this already, but I'd like to make an appeal to anyone who has say at a classic rock radio station.
Yes.
Anything from the 90s
yes.
is not classic rock at this point.
Thank you.
So stop it.
Yeah, quit.
Stop it.
It has its own era. It has its own name. It's called 90s.
Anything Nirvana or post-Nirvana
right.
does not belong on the same station as Styx.
No, it is classic rock, but in the sense that it is important.
Right.
It's not classic rock in the sense that it belongs in that era.
No.
Right.
Throwing that up against, some Ozzy Osbourne song is weird.
It is weird.
It doesn't work.
Right.
So make that happen, people who have a say.
Boom. Sending that out there. I have a couple little updates. First, I'm gonna get the best stuff out of the way. Remember when we put up a post about a dream analyst ASAP?
Yeah.
We got a response.
Finally!
This week. I know. I'm going to leave out his last name.
Okay.
This guy does not believe in punctuation.
That's fine.
Or capital letters.
He just needs to analyze dreams. He doesn't need to properly write his sentences.
From Orlando, okay? Hello, my name is Orlando.
I like it so far.
I've been studying psychology and dreams for about 2.5 years. I'm sure I could help you make sense of things.
Did he give us rates?
End of message. No, you know what? I'll respond with rates.
That's
our next.
If he wants to do it for free, I'm sure I could come
We'll
up
do
with
it.
some dreams for
Okay,
him.
yeah, we should do that, and then we'll get those responses back. I'll obviously type that out later, but yes,
Right.
yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, that I've got many dreams, none of which are real, to share with Orlando.
I love it. It'd be great to get some back and forth going. You know,
Yeah.
he could be our fifth Beatle.
No, who's our third and fourth Beatle? You know, there's only two of us, right?
Huh?
1, 2. He would be 5.
1, 2, 3, 4.
There's no one there.
By my count.
You're pointing at nothing.
Is that why there's a lot of silence sometimes?
This has gotten awkward.
Okay, moving on. Remember the castle in Kentucky I mentioned last episode?
Yeah.
Did a little research this week. Just cursory.
Okay.
It's called Castle Post, owned by the Post family. Mm-hmm. It is brand spanking new. Nothing old about it.
And they are the kings of what?
Nothing. Well, perhaps hotels in Versailles, Kentucky, because you can get a room at Castle Post.
How much?
You know, comparable to a nice hotel, you know, $200 some odd a night.
Whoa, in Kentucky, though?
Yeah, but you're in a castle.
Yeah,
Lots
but
of amenities.
You have to go to Kentucky.
Versailles, Kentucky.
That's not a place I want to go.
No, I know. I'm just saying. Very nice looking. They have a dragon fountain. Not exaggerating.
This would be a fountain where it is a dragon, not a fountain of dragons. Not a fountain shooting dragons out. Correct? It's a dragon spitting water.
No, second option.
It's a fountain where dragons fly out.
Right.
Okay.
And there's fire.
And there's fire.
Yeah.
Well, that's terrifying.
Well, I mean, if you want to stay at Castle Post, they are only looking for, you know, those who are strong in heart.
They better have some pretty heavy-duty liability insurance.
There's a lot of forms you have to sign. It's all on the website, Castle Post.
Okay.
The one of the great things about their webpage is how forceful their language is at times. Mm-hmm. It says that twice a year, Mr. Post, I'm guessing he's the guy, will consider renting out the entire facility on a case-by-case basis. But there is not a guarantee.
Wait, so
You can rent the whole castle, maybe.
twice a year,
Yeah.
you might be able to on a case-by-case basis.
If Mr. Post will come down off his throne long enough to read and process your request.
Do you have to go present yourself to Mr. Post?
You have to bow down. It's all on there. I mean, of course, first you have to make it through the moat and the
Right.
dragon fountain to get there, and the portcullis and all that business.
I beseech thee, Mr. Post.
Right.
Please let me rent the full facility.
And then Grendel asks you 3 questions, and if you answer those correctly, he'll take it up.
He might do it then.
He might do it, right. And there's a lot of cost to be discussed.
Right.
Yeah.
I wonder how much on this case-by-case basis it costs to rent a castle.
The whole thing, it's gotta be like $5,000 or something like that. It's gotta be to rent the whole castle.
Yeah.
The whole castle.
Well, how many days are we talking about here?
Let's do 2 days. Mm-hmm. $5,000. You think?
That seems reasonable.
There's staff that gotta get paid and all that.
That seems reasonable.
$5,000. Yeah.
$5,000, 2 days. Mm-hmm. You can go there, have some pictures taken of you lounging in your luxurious castle.
Right.
Then go back to your high school reunion. Find whoever became a successful lawyer.
Yes.
And go, oh, yeah, you're a lawyer. This is my home. Do you see the dragon fountain? Yes, those are real dragons.
It's mystical.
I burnt my hand out there earlier.
Pruning. You have to prune a dragon fountain.
You have to prune it?
Yeah. You got to get a fire retardant suit. It's very complicated.
Yeah,
Again, with the insurance and all the forms.
I can't even imagine.
I mean, it's more of a passion, not a hobby. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's like fly fishing. No one just casually fly fishes.
I don't understand why anyone fly fishes.
Neither do I, except for the cast of A River Runs Through It, because their story revolved around fly fishing.
Not a valid reason.
Well, still. For some reason in my head, A River Runs Through It and Legends of the Fall are connected, but I don't think they are in any real way.
Does anyone fly fish in Legends of the Fall?
No, Brad Pitt gets eaten by a bear. Spoilers.
While fly fishing.
He's in the woods.
The bear was fly fishing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of like Jungle Book, but like there's three brothers and one has to go to World War One and one has to like do the family business and one just like has a lot of girlfriends and then gets eaten by a bear.
Yeah.
This Legends of the Fall.
While we're on the topic of movies.
Yes.
So I don't know if you saw, the Oscar nominations have been announced.
No.
Okay. Well, the Oscar nominations have been announced.
Oh, that's good news.
Yeah. One of the Best Picture nominees, I just want to see your reaction to this when I say it out loud.
Okay.
Nominated for Best Picture Oscar, Mad Max.
Interesting. I have heard really good things about that movie. I've not seen it.
I have not seen it either, because it's Mad Max.
From what I hear, though, it transcends, Nathan. Everyone seems to love this movie. Said the visuals are just great.
It's nominated for Best Picture, and it's Mad Max. It doesn't matter how good the movie is.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting.
So that's my favorite to win.
Okay.
Because, chaos.
Yeah.
I'm for chaos.
Fighting in the streets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that time I was in San Francisco and the Giants won. Giants? No.
What are you about
Baseball
to talk
team?
about?
What's their baseball team?
The Giants.
Oh, good. Okay. Didn't they win something? Did they win the World Series a couple years ago? Did they win the playoffs?
I don't want to talk to you about
Did they
this.
win a game?
Yes, they won the World Series 2 years ago.
Oh, God. Was it against your team?
Madison freaking Bumgarner.
Uh-huh.
That's all I have to say.
Okay. I don't know what you're talking about.
Madison Bumgarner was their starting pitcher.
Okay.
Over and over and over and over. We beat everyone else except Madison Bumgarner.
We being the Royals.
Yes.
Yeah.
Madison Bumgarner is a terrible human being, and he has a stupid name. And no one will ever love him. His parents hate him.
Yeah.
Everyone hates him.
So this is 2010. I'm in San Francisco for a conference. I'm by myself.
2014.
I was there in 2010. What happened in 2010?
They didn't. Madison Bumgarner didn't win that.
Oh, okay. Something happened in 2010.
I mean, they won in 2010.
Oh, there you go.
But not against the Royals.
Oh, there you go. Well,
so I don't care about that.
So we're
team.
good now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I still hate Madison Bumgarner.
Would it bother you a lot if I started saying Royals instead of Royals?
No.
Okay. The Kansas City Royals.
I mean, that's not how it's spelled.
I'm just adding a little filigree there.
I mean, that's not how the name's
Dressing
spelled.
it up a little bit like a nice lady.
I mean, you're adding an entirely different letter in there.
Yeah. Giving it a little bit of a European feel.
And they're not European, though.
Royale. What if they were? Is there European baseball? Probably not.
I bet there is.
You think it's terrible?
Probably.
Kind of like American soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of foreign baseball.
Yeah, I know that.
But they're usually the equivalent of like a AAA team here.
Right.
Not the major league team.
There's like Japanese and there's like Dominican and
See, it turns out
Puerto Rican.
when you have a league that has a whole bunch of money,
Yeah.
all of the good players from the other countries want to come to that league.
Oh, that makes sense.
So,
I could see how that would work.
and then Korea and Japan
Korea too, yeah.
and Mexico are left with the people who weren't good enough to continue playing in the league with all the money.
Yeah.
So they get those players, and also some players that are just coming up and have not decided, screw my country, I'm going to the United States. They have a lot of money.
Right.
So
it would be, if Mad Max won an Oscar for Best Picture, it would be like when I was in San Francisco and the Giants won, and a riot ensued and people burned garbage in the streets.
yeah, San Francisco is a terrible place.
I liked it a lot.
No, it's awful.
Except for that particular instance. I was really good with San Francisco.
San Francisco's an awful place full of bum gardeners.
Everyone in San Francisco has Bumgardner in their name.
Yes.
It's either a first name, a last name, or a middle name.
It's okay. We won this year, so.
Good old Royales.
And they didn't.
Who else is up for Best Picture?
Oh, I mean, a bunch of other movies. It doesn't really matter. The main one is Mad Max.
A bunch of other movies.
Yeah, there is just a cornucopia of movies nominated.
You know, there's a lot of movies made every year.
Yeah. I was mostly focused on the fact that Mad Max is nominated for a Best Picture.
Yeah.
Like, when I heard they were making another Mad Max movie,
Right.
my thought was,
It's a theme for you tonight.
yeah.
I don't care for it. I don't care for it at all.
Well, it's going to continue as long as we talk about Madison Bumgarner or Mad Max.
We just got to get off of M's.
Yeah. So, I heard they were making another one. I was not thrilled. I thought it was a terrible idea. Apparently, I'm the only one in the world who thinks that now.
You are.
I still haven't seen it.
I haven't either, but you're alone in your opinion, I can tell you that.
It just, and I'm still not, by the way, all that interested in seeing it, even with it being nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah. Well, fine. Don't worry about it.
No,
It's fine.
I feel obligated to watch it now, though.
Oh, I see. You've been put upon
But I don't want to.
by the Academy.
I'm not interested, but the Academy told me to.
Let's watch it together, and then we'll see how our opinions chalk up.
I don't know. I mean, I'd have to, is it in theaters?
I don't
Or
think
do
so.
so I'd have to find it?
You have to rent it or buy it
Well,
online. Or
I'm not buying it.
rent it online.
Renting it online?
That's the easiest thing, man.
Who rents movies online?
I do. Amazon.
Why would you rent a movie?
It's really, I don't have to leave.
You just watch whatever is on Netflix,
Sometimes.
and then you move on.
Yeah.
Or Hulu, or our free trial of Showtime that we're using.
Oh, that's got to be fun.
Yeah, they don't have many good movies.
Okay.
But, c'est la vie.
C'est la vie. Royale. Did you hear the news about potential gravitational waves? Did you hear about this?
Is it actually news?
It is a possible result. Have you heard about it though?
I'm just saying I've watched news every day for the past week, and no one has said anything about gravity.
Okay. So, here's the thing. You know about the Large Hadron Collider, right?
Existing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not that. This is
okay.
I can't remember what this thing is called, but this is it's like 4 kilometers long, I think, and it has lasers in it. It's concrete tubes with lasers,
Right.
and somehow using that, they being scientists, are able to figure out if these gravitational waves exist. Okay, and what they are is kind of cool. They're little minute changes in space and time. Mm-hmm. Okay, that some of them may be still left over from the Big Bang. Some of them might be created like when 2 black holes fight each other. Things of that nature, like big astronomical events. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if they do exist, this a whole other way to observe. You know what I mean? Like we have all the different kinds of light.
What are we
And all
observing?
that. Well, I don't know, because I'm not a physicist, but I think it's neat.
But what is the purpose?
Well, the purpose is to find out what's out there. Oh, well, part of the thing that's cool about it is this is something that Einstein predicted. So if it's real, then it's another thing that he got
So they're
right.
just trying to prove Einstein knew more things.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that the basic premise of science since
Trying to
his
prove
time?
Einstein?
Yeah.
I don't know. They should probably just focus on curing cancer or something.
But other science does that.
Well, imagine how much quicker we would cure cancer if everyone was focused on it.
Yeah. I heard another thing today about how, eventually we're just all going to be walking around with nanobots with nuclear lasers in our bodies that are going to kill things.
What news are you listening to?
Well, it's hard to find. It's on AM radio, and there's a little band. You can only really pick it up from here if you're like driving to Murfreesboro. Oddly enough, you can't pick it up when you're driving back from Murfreesboro. You have to be going to Murfreesboro.
So it's not real news.
No, no. All this comes from real sources, for real.
Okay,
this is all.
Where'd you
real.
hear it? I have money on where you heard this, but
go ahead.
I'm waiting. No, I'm waiting for you to say it.
Hazard your guess.
I want you to say
Hazard
it.
Your guess.
Where'd you hear it?
So I know what you're going to say. You're going to prejudge me. So there's a podcast, but it's given by a guy who is a Caltech physicist.
That wasn't my guess.
Okay.
But I feel
you were
like...
going to say NPR?
Yeah,
okay.
I feel like listening to it would be the same as listening to NPR.
More curse words, so that's fun.
The NPR podcasts all have curse words.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's fun.
Yeah.
That's fun. Good for them.
Isn't...
Yeah, all these years, no cursing. Now they can curse.
I mean, good for them, I guess.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. So on serials, you might hear her say ass.
Well, I don't listen to Serial. I don't know.
No, not cereal. Cereals.
Cereals?
Yeah. That's it.
All of the cereals?
Yeah, the cereals.
You might, but I don't listen to the cereals.
Ass. I just said it for her. She can.
Well, they can say that on
We
NPR.
can take it. Ass.
Yeah.
Oh. Shit.
That they can't.
Yeah.
You got to think FCC and George Carlin's 7 words you can't ever say.
George Carlin was a genius. Yeah.
So those can be said on the podcast.
Okay.
They cannot be said on terrestrial radio.
Right.
Because the Federal Communications Commission would have an issue with that.
Interesting. Interesting how they decide these things.
That's who enforces and fines big fines to people if they do things like that.
Right.
Big ones.
Huge.
Just
explosive fines? Explosive fines like explosive mines?
Sure.
Yeah, that works, right?
Should we fiddling with?
I'm fiddling. I'm trying to find something. I'm trying to see if I even have something that I'm looking for. No, I don't. Okay. Well, obviously, this week, what day was it? We found out about our loss.
There's been a lot of losses.
What day did David Bowie die?
I think that was Monday.
Okay. On Monday.
I'm not going to swear about that, though.
When I heard it come over the radio.
On NPR?
Yes.
Okay.
It was one of those, it was like somebody punched me a little bit. Mm-hmm. You know? It was one I really felt. I really felt that one.
Well, it was a surprise. That's why.
It was a surprise, but it's also just like, well, it's David Bowie. You know? I'm going to feel that way when McCartney dies. You know what I mean?
Well, but you would feel that way more if it's like David Bowie, where no one knew.
Probably, yeah.
His wife knew, like, maybe 8 people.
18 months he had cancer, I think.
No one knew.
The thing is, though, is I was reading last year, I think, when the next day came out, the record before this record, I think, I was reading about everyone was sort of speculating that he was sick. Mm-hmm. So I had sort of mentally prepared myself. You know what I'm saying?
I'd heard nothing.
Yeah. So
not one word.
It was it's quite a loss. What a guy. What a hugely influential artist.
Yeah.
I mean, you just can't even begin to talk about everything that, you know.
Here's what I found interesting.
Yeah.
Only David Bowie would do this. David Bowie finds out he has terminal cancer. He has 18 months to live.
Right.
The rest of David Bowie's life is dedicated to like one last just art push.
Yeah, definitely.
He wants the album out. He was writing a musical.
Right.
Like getting all that out as quick as possible. Only David Bowie. No one else would be that dedicated to art.
At the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd be more focused on, their mortality, etc.
I think though, like he one of those people that just seemingly, from the surface, just seemed like he lived so fully that, like, he knew what he knew that, art is obviously his thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, he's going to enjoy that too. You know what I mean? Like, he's going to enjoy. And Black Star, the record, I happened to listen to it like the Friday before he died. And I wasn't like waiting for it to come out or anything. Didn't really hear anything about it. And I just listened to it and it was like, wow, it's a pretty amazing record.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's his life work boiled down right there.
You think so?
Yeah. I think that was him trying to get it all.
Like a statement at the end.
Well, I mean, listening to, and I know there are people saying it has nothing to do with him being sick. Really, it was part of the plot of his musical. But Lazarus, the song is from the musical.
Right.
There's a lot there.
Sure. Oh yeah.
He's definitely writing from a place.
Right. I definitely recommend the record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can recommend pretty much any David Bowie record.
This is true.
So
it's weird though. Like a lot of he changed so much. I could see how someone might not like some of his stuff, but then again, like it's always he did this thing that very few people can do, where he could change but still retain something unique about himself in each thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just not a lot of artists that can do that.
He was a chameleon.
He's a chameleon. Yeah. True and true.
You get, the whole Ziggy Stardust era.
Yeah.
The whole Thin
White Duke.
Yeah. Like all that.
Yeah.
All the 80s.
The Low and Station to Station and those records. And
interesting / bizarre man.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Bizarre is not a bad thing.
No. And he seemed to just kind of do whatever he wanted to do.
Yeah.
Also, which you got to respect that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, this was what I thought was weird. Like, people, when they were talking about people not knowing, like, literally, no one knew. There was an article I was reading, Brian Eno had been talking to him about doing another album.
Oh, really?
They emailed the week before that about this album.
Wow.
And even then, he had no idea. David Bowie didn't say anything.
Right.
He just kind of signed off of the email in a different tone than he normally would. Less joking, very serious. That was it.
Wow. That's interesting.
If Brian Eno didn't know.
Right. And they had worked together, obviously, a lot before.
Decades.
And,
decades together.
Yeah.
Then pretty much, I mean, his wife knew. Probably his manager. I don't know.
Right. Does he have children? Did he have children?
Yeah, he had children.
I thought he did. Yeah.
They hopefully knew.
I'm sure
that would be bad.
Oh, that'd be a bomb to drop on you.
I want that on the record also while we're making statements about this episode. I'm not for whorehouses.
Nope.
And if you're going to die, you should probably notify your children.
Yeah, if you know.
If you know.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to notify them if it's a surprise.
Right.
At that point, you're no longer
surprise!
liable.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you could get really paranoid and just call every time you think you're going to die. Mm-hmm. And that's you're probably going to start to spiral down.
That's the boy who cried wolf right there.
Right. And then they're like, yeah, whatever, Dad.
It's just, Dad, that's acid indigestion.
You're not going to die. And then it's like, well, no, I'm getting in a car. Like, this is a death box. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. This is a death machine. I'm going to die.
Yeah.
Well. But then again, we're all going to. I guess that can count as our moment of silence.
I just wanted to see how long that would hang there.
Well, no, I'm getting progressively more comfortable with these silences.
I know, I'm training you.
Yeah, you are.
I'm training you.
If you gave me a reward, it'd be even better. It'd go even faster.
The reward is you get to, again, hear your own voice immediately afterwards. I know how much of a reward that is for you.
I do like the sound of my own voice. When I'm alone, I talk to myself.
As uncomfortable as you are with silences, I really picture like any time in life that you've tried to meditate or something.
Yes.
You speaking to yourself the whole time, just like sitting there going, I'm meditating. Right now is me meditating. This is a peaceful place I'm in meditating. Here I am meditating.
I'm not going to say that meditating has been easy for me, but I don't do that. I don't do that. I do make a concerted effort, to meditate. It's it's always very helpful.
Yeah.
But no, I don't talk to myself.
Sure.
I talk to myself when I'm not meditating.
I feel like you would be more prone to try like transcendental meditation solely because you get to make noises during it.
Yeah, that'd be cool because they give you a word, right?
Well, I mean, you get to pick.
Oh, I don't know.
You
that
pick your mantra.
Oh, you do pick your mantra?
I believe you do.
Okay.
I mean, I don't do transcendental meditation because that's a bunch of hooey.
My mantra would be, go forth and plunder. Go forth and plunder.
Mine would be, don't you have something better to be doing right now? Why are you talking to yourself in this room?
I'm meditating. I'm meditating. I'm meditating.
I will say, I have been not doing that, but just like peaceful, quiet meditating.
Yeah.
On a daily basis. There's benefits there.
Oh, definitely.
I take time at work, slip into a weird room that I don't know why it exists in my office.
Wait a minute.
There's like a weird little tiny room off of the break room. I have no idea why it's there.
What's in the room?
Well, right now, 3 desk chairs and a counter.
Okay. It's just nothing in there?
Yeah. I mean, it is a probably 4 foot by 6 foot room.
Okay. Small room.
Yeah. No, 6 foot's too big. It's maybe 4 by 5.
Okay. Yeah, pretty small room.
Yeah. Tiny room, giant door.
Oh.
Like a 10-foot high door. I don't understand why this room exists. I don't know what the point is. But it's now my room that I go in to get away from everyone.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's my secret room.
It might be an observation room.
Well, they're observing some very boring behavior.
Or, just you sitting still.
Yeah.
Or it might be, it really might be a meditation room and they forgot to put up the sign.
I doubt that. I highly doubt that is a meditation room. Corporate America is not big on the whole taking time to meditate during your work shift.
I guess that's true. At least where we are in the country.
No, anywhere in
Anywhere you
America.
think? There's probably places where you can meditate.
Well, Silicon Valley, but that doesn't count.
Okay.
That's not corporate America.
Yeah, it's Disney World.
Yeah.
Well, good for you. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll find it very enjoyable.
It's relaxing.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
You get some focus going.
Yeah. Well, I don't get all that focused.
I get some focus going.
Nah.
It helps me work through stuff too. Like, just,
I get
down.
less focus, which is fine, because I get hyper focused.
Oh, okay. I see. I will give you this. I mean, you are good at consistency.
Yeah.
I will give you that.
Yeah, I'm a very consistent individual.
You are consistent.
I've had oatmeal for breakfast every day this week. You know why?
Really?
Consistency. However, we're out now, so I'm going to have to eat something else tomorrow.
So do you enjoy it every day?
Oatmeal?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. How do you have your oatmeal?
In a bowl.
Well, yeah, with anything? Just,
a spoon.
Just straight up oatmeal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't need anything else.
Is it Quick Oats?
No.
Is it packets?
It's Trader Joe's oatmeal and flaxseed.
Ah, yeah. Yeah.
Oatmeal.
Okay.
Instant oatmeal.
Okay.
Instant.
Instant.
I guess I could make oatmeal tomorrow out of non-instant oatmeal.
You could do that.
It just seems like a whole thing.
Do you use 1 packet or 2 packets?
1.
1?
That's a serving size. Why would I have 2?
Because I never get enough out of 1.
Well, you're eating 2 people's oatmeal.
That's fine. That's
too much oatmeal.
No, you can't eat too much oatmeal.
No, it's 200 calories per packet. You don't want 400 calories.
There's literally no amount of oatmeal you can eat that's too much.
That is not true.
It's oatmeal.
Exactly 2 packets is too many. That's
One too many.
That's 1 packet too many oatmeals.
I don't know if you know this about me, but my metabolism is like nuclear reactor level. It's very hot inside my metabolism chamber. Is that? No.
None of that was a sentence. It almost sounded like you were trying to write a haiku.
Yeah.
Just a really bad one, and you weren't good at it.
I have tried to write haiku before. I think I might have one in my head, actually.
Go. I'm counting syllables.
It's probably not perfect. I wrote this haiku.
Okay.
5. Just for you. Same line. So...
What, same line?
Oh, no.
Now you're at 8.
No, I got it now.
What are you doing?
I got it now. I wrote this haiku.
Okay.
I wrote this haiku.
We're good. First line done.
So that you could see that... No. It's basically like I wrote this so I could show you that like I write them too. I wrote this haiku just for you. No. God, it's terrible.
Never
Never mind. It was a stupid haiku anyway.
Well... I mean, I wouldn't know because it wasn't a haiku. Now it's just a stupid grouping of words.
So that you could see that I write them too.
That's a lot of syllables.
That's 5 on the last line. The last line is,
well, then,
I write them too.
So that you can see. What is that?
So that you can see. I don't know. So that you could see. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Just wrote a poem that was 5 syllables per line.
Yeah, but there's
that's
more.
not a thing.
I'm just not getting it right. That's all. I'm not getting it right. There's more. Well, no, that's called a quintrain.
Okay, well, that's not what we're doing, though.
Oh, okay.
That we were talking haiku.
This is a loku.
The ancient art of haiku. That's how you say it. Haiku.
Loku.
That's not a thing.
It is a thing. Yeah.
No, you're just making things up now.
No, I'm not. No.
It's fine if you want to make up a new form of poetry.
Oh, okay.
Just do it.
It is fine.
No one's going to like it. But,
Okay,
I mean, do it.
It's a lie.
Be true to yourself.
Oh, I am.
Just be true to yourself.
All right, well,
Look deep inside
looking deep.
that black heart of yours
Fiery metabolism heart.
and see what there is that is true to you. And then write that poem. If it's a ridiculous number of syllables per line,
Yeah.
just do it. Just do it, man.
Okay, I'm looking deep.
You should start being the first double haiku.
Ooh.
You know,
10,
14, 10.
10?
Yeah.
I like that.
Triple haikus?
Dubs.
Yeah.
Dubkus.
Yeah. I'm for it.
Yeah. Tuku. We're going to brand this.
That seems like a whole thing, too.
Tuku.
That's not in my routine branding.
Oh.
I can't do that.
2Q. That's what it'll be. It'll just be
2Q?
the number 2 and the letter Q. 2Q. It's kind of close.
There we go.
It's in there. It's sort of lightly resonating with haiku.
If that is what rings true deep in your black dead heart, then follow it.
I'm looking deep. I'm looking deep right now.
Just in your
I'm opening
jet black coal heart.
Opening the chambers. Peeling back the old wallpaper. There's a lot. Getting deep.
Which ventricle?
I'm in the left lateral.
See, that's the problem.
Why?
It's in the right one.
I gotta go over there. I gotta get there first. You have to start somewhere.
The entrance isn't on the left one.
It's the journey, not the destination, Nathan. Okay, fine. Right ventricle. Here we go. We're at the right ventricle.
Yeah.
Peeling back the wallpaper. Oh, there's even some sort of insulation in here. This is interesting. Some sort of goo. Ugh. I don't like the feel of this. What the hell was that inside my heart? Whoa! I'm inside. It's peaceful. It's almost anechoic. Whoa! It's not peaceful. There's some sort of
heart
sound in here.
Your heart is telling you should probably stop eating 2 packets of oatmeal at a time. It's just twice as much oatmeal as you're supposed to have.
Oh, I also found a circus peanut. Can I bring that back with me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, great. This should probably not be in there anyway.
My wife and I have had discussions about instant oatmeal too.
Okay.
She believes the correct way is putting it in milk.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure it makes it better. However, that is not figured into the calorie count.
It's true.
Therefore, that is not correct.
Okay. I'm fine. I don't do the milk because it just seems like extra work. Dun 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 dun.
Why is it?
That's the clave.
Why is it extra work?
Because you got to get the milk out. The water's right there, and you have to be careful with how you make the milk.
So let me get this straight.
Yeah.
You not only eat 2 packets of oatmeal at a time,
Yeah.
but you are too lazy in this scenario to open a refrigerator. How are you still alive at this point?
I get by.
You're just devouring multiple servings and not even opening doors?
Yeah. Oh, man. I only open the most important doors.
Which are?
The doors of my heart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where apparently there's a wood block and some claves.
There's a lot of noise.
There's a lot of percussion in my heart. That's true. I do like the Latin stuff, so that makes sense that that's in there.
Well, I mean, Latin is in your blood.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
The Irish Latin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little known country.
Yeah.
Very musical. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
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 That's what Ireland's known for, is the Latin rhythms.
That's true. Fiddle marimba. Merengue.
You have just described the single worst genre of music that could ever exist.
Yes, I have.
That would be a nightmare.
Yes. Different kinds of folk musics don't combine well with each other. Mm-hmm. They're just too, you know what I'm saying?
Well, think any Irish folk mixed with any other folk. Not going to be good.
It just doesn't work.
No. Like African folk music with Irish folk? No good.
Nope, you're right. Mm-mm. You're right.
Mm-mm. Australian folk music?
I don't know what that is. Didgeridoos and stuff?
I don't know if there is Australian folk music. I just assume it's the song I Come From a Land Down Under. That's it. Kookaburra, that would be Australian, right? Kookaburra lives in an old gum tree.
Merry, merry king of the bush is he. Laugh, Kookaburra, laugh. Kookaburra, I learned this song in 4th grade. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's Australian.
That's
folk.
Australian, right?
Yeah.
What is a kookaburra?
It's a bird of some kind. I think. Kookaburra. Yeah, I think it's
a dumb song.
Yeah. He's the king of the bush, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's a bird.
Yeah, he doesn't really live.
Just kill him and eat him.
He lives above
That's
the bush.
Fine.
Yeah. He's not even in the bush.
Food chain.
Yeah. Pretty sure the Aborigine is the king of the bush.
Mm-hmm. In that scenario.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then, of course, the Aborigines are no longer the king.
No, now it's the
bush because
it's a white man. It's king of the bush.
The white man took it over like we do.
We tend to do that. Yeah. Merry, merry king of the bush was he. Laugh, kookaburra, laugh. Kookaburra, laugh at this insanity. There you go. That's a little update. Kookaburra song.
Did not care for that.
Why? I went through a short phase, speaking of Irish folk music. I was listening to jigs and reels for some reason a couple months ago. There's these, do you know this? You can go on YouTube and you can find 3 hours of jigs and reels on one video.
That wouldn't surprise me.
No. You could do it with that, or you can have piano music or in sort of like pseudo yoga Indian music stuff.
No, I'm not going to do that.
I don't know why this exists, but it's there. It's there for you. And they're all titled like Ultimate Relaxation, all caps, which just
hold
a little bit of a turnoff. Yeah.
Irish folk was ultimate relaxation?
No. I mean, Ultimate Relaxation was something like.
Oh, okay. I wanted to know who relaxes to Irish folk music. There's not much relaxing there.
No, it's peppy music, generally. Or it's telling you a story, usually with a twist at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and usually still pretty peppy.
Yeah, it's generally.
You're dancing. Yeah. You're dancing to it.
Yeah. You're not so much dancing to
That's actually probably the only music in existence that I could dance to.
Yeah, because it's just sitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my sweet spot dance-wise.
I'm a great meditation dancer.
If there is a dance that can be done without any sort of movement
or momentum. Yeah.
Like, I'm really good at standing.
You are good at standing. I've noticed that about you.
That's my go-to dance move.
Yeah.
Sometimes hands in the pocket. Sometimes hands outside the pocket, if I'm feeling crazy.
You never know what you're going to get into with those hands out.
Occasionally, I might move my head slightly. And that's it.
Dancing. I saw a guy today. It was like a full moon was out in the middle of the day. There were a lot of strange things happening.
Okay.
Around my work. The most joyful of which was I saw a guy who was just boogieing his ass off with headphones, walking down the sidewalk for all to see. His hips were going, his fingers were snapping. And this is not an exaggeration. This guy was getting down. It was like he had some fresh disco in his head. Now, the interesting thing is the headphones weren't plugged into anything. They were just sort of free roaming. So I don't.
Wait, how do you know it wasn't plugged into anything?
I saw it just flapping
So he's
around.
just dancing.
He's dialed into his own station.
You
if
really
you know what
should
I mean.
have asked him what he was listening to.
I should have done some investigative interviewing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we are just left to speculate. I'm assuming there was a song stuck in his head.
Yeah.
As happens to me a lot. And that's what he was dancing to.
He was using the dance it out method for a song in your head.
Is that an actual method?
It is. I had a Madonna song in my head for 2 years. I danced it right out. I actually did have a Madonna song in my head for a long time.
Ew.
It just came one day and it
What
would not.
Madonna song? I don't know.
It's not
that
like
one.
a prayer. It's like a prayer. It was like a prayer. Which I like that song. But it was not welcomed for that period of time. Not at all.
Well, no Madonna song is ever welcomed.
I mean, if you had to be one, Like a Prayer is a good one.
No, there's not a good one.
Just like a prayer, I'm gonna take you. Now that we're talking about it, I'm worried it's going to happen again.
I actually was really tempted to just pull it up on my phone and make it happen.
Don't do that.
I mean, my
Don't
phone's
do
in my pocket. And
It's right there. Don't do it.
I'd have to type it in. And
I'll have to go back on the meds if you do it. Don't do it.
yeah, Madonna and Cher, in my mind, are two musicians that I will never, ever, 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 under any circumstances, ever want to hear a song from. Any song.
Okay.
Nothing from their catalog. Nothing.
I'm not going to debate you too hard about that. I like some Madonna. But the Cher factor, I'm with you on the Cher factor, I
Yeah,
think.
those two.
I can feel your power.
Yeah,
Damn, it's happening again. This is not good.
no, I'm fine with it.
I'm not okay with it at all.
It's not going to be stuck in my head because I don't know the song well enough for it to be stuck in my head.
I've been on an Elton John kick this week.
Okay.
That's been fun.
Anything good?
Original version of Candle in the Wind. Really good tune.
Yeah. You know what I have not done all week? Listen to any music.
Really?
I haven't listened to one song.
Have you had a week of silence?
No.
You've been listening to
I've just
people
been
talk?
busy.
Okay, you just been
Just
doing.
been busy doing things.
You've been out there in the world.
Making it happen.
Yeah.
Haven't been listening to music, that's for sure.
You're a hustler and a bustler.
I ain't got no time for that.
I think I listened to Candle in the Wind like maybe 10 times yesterday, maybe 12.
How many times did you cry?
0, but it is a powerful song.
How close were you?
1
to 10. 10 being crying.
I was probably a 7.2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So pretty close.
Yeah, I was getting there. Yeah.
The closest I've gotten to crying this week is maybe a 2.
Okay. What's your average?
like 1.5. It's
One.
been a pretty emotional week for me.
Okay. I'd say I'm generally rocking around a 5 or a 6. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. My wife has never seen me cry. It doesn't happen.
That's interesting.
I don't cry.
Well, that's choice, I guess.
It's not choice.
That's a choice.
No, you don't make a choice.
Yeah, you do.
It just doesn't happen.
You're stopping it from happening.
No, I'm not.
Somewhere.
Nah.
No? You don't think so?
No.
I'm interested in this.
No.
I mean, I cry. Not every month, but several times a year.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
About what?
Sometimes some stuff will just hit me. Since having a child, I cry a lot more.
Yeah, that's
Things just hit you differently.
probably still not going to happen.
Well, okay, but occasionally there'll be a commercial that I'll be like,
Like
have to
what?
Fight it back a little bit. I can't think of an example, but usually involves some sort of parent-child relationship, and it just hits you.
Yeah, never in a movie. No, for me.
Oh,
For you, I'm sure you've cried in a movie.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
I mean, maybe the original Mad Max. That's pretty emotional.
It's high drama. It is. I can't stand to see motorcycles exploding, and just the thought of not having enough gas.
Yeah, it's upsetting.
Really, really tough.
I can't think of a song
That makes you.
No.
I try to avoid songs that make me cry, but there are some.
The closest I can think of
yeah.
for a song, and it still did not. It like maybe bumped me up to a 3.
Okay.
Is The Uncluded. If you haven't listened to them, listen to them.
Uncluded.
The song. I'm trying to think what the actual song is called. I've got all the teleprompters.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a very emotional song. Bumped me all the way up to a 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
It moved the needle a little. Shook it.
Yeah, you can thank Kimya for that.
Oh, is that a Kimya song?
Yeah, The Uncluded.
Oh, I didn't know.
Kimya and Aesop. Aesop Rock.
Oh, I remember this happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Kimya
song.
Dawson.
Very
Aesop
good
Rock.
song.
I like Aesop Rock too. Quite a bit.
Yeah, it's a very good song.
Cool.
Didn't make me cry.
I'll look into that.
No, it didn't make me cry.
I understand.
You'll have to let me know if it made you cry.
Yeah.
It didn't make me cry.
I'll do some research.
It's very sad.
We'll see how it goes.
No, I honestly cannot think of a time that I have cried.
Well, people have weird emotional diseases, and you might be one of those people.
I'm a robot.
Yeah.
That's fine.
You're going to get along you should stick around. Get the nanobots put in so you'll have most of your diseases cured. Mm-hmm. And, you should stick around for a while until most of the world is populated by robots, and you'll fit in great.
I don't need nanobots.
Okay.
I work out every day.
Oh, obviously.
The nanobots can take a hike.
If only they would.
I can just beat those nanobots. Just
Once they're in.
Destroy them.
You can't get them out once they're in there, Nathan.
Oh, I can get them out.
You can't get them out.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get them out.
Yeah. It's easy.
How?
You just whistle and they come out.
What if you can't whistle? I was thinking you had to, put your arm in a microwave or something.
No, why would you do that? That's a terrible idea.
I don't know. You convince them to, get in your arm, and then you put your arm in the microwave.
That's how you get shriveled, wrinkly skin.
Well, yeah, but you might be able to kill the nanobots that way.
No.
Disrupt them somehow.
I think if you just rub a magnet all over your
body.
arm, yeah, because in the scenario, nanobots are made out of old Macintosh hard drives.
I like that.
So just magnet on the arm, wiped clean, you're good.
What if Steve Jobs had a secret portfolio that is locked away somewhere that it's got the plans for these kinds of things in it?
First off, what if?
Oh, that's a reality?
I'm sure it is.
Okay.
I'm sure there's a
I don't doubt
secret
it.
Steve Jobs portfolio with his plans to take over the world.
Yeah.
he was so focused on that, he decided to, not have cancer treatment. So
He didn't have treatment? Is that what happened?
he did.
Okay.
But he had, not to go into too many details that will cause me to rant,
Okay.
but he did the thing where he goes, I have cancer. Nah, I can treat that naturally. And the doctors went, yeah, you shouldn't, though. And he went, nah, I'm going to do it naturally. And then he did it naturally. And then they're like, yeah, your cancer is way worse.
Right.
And he's like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Well, let's get that out. And it didn't work.
Oh, no. Oh,
It's
that's
no good.
That's a shame.
It's no good.
Yeah.
You should listen to your doctors. They went to medical school for a reason.
If there's any message from this episode today, I think that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, get out there. Put your ear on your doctor.
Mm-hmm. And remember, whorehouses aren't a good thing.
Whorehouses aren't a good thing, except in Nevada, where apparently they're very profitable.
Yes. So, there we go.
Just had a weird thought about a Donald Trump doll made out of raisins. I don't know. Maybe that's something we can pick up next time. Sushi Jackknife.
Sushi Jackknife.